What's going on, everybody? It's Q from Retro Q Gaming, and you can mark today as an auspicious day. Today, July 10th, 2019, is, I won't call it a glorious day. It's a somber day. Now, you might be wondering why is the reason behind this, and well, we're looking at the death of something essentially. We're looking at the burial, we're looking at the complete scrubbing of history, we're looking at everything from it here. Now, real quick, you may be wondering what the deal of it is if the name of the video hasn't already given it away. Well, as of today, well, for all intents and purposes, as of today, Shenmue 3 will no longer ever be featured on this channel. Now, there is one small caveat to that. I'm also going to put this little kind of announcement in this weekend's upcoming podcast. But beyond that, I am never going to mention Shenmue 3 again. I'll gladly talk about Shenmue 1 and I will gladly talk about Shenmue 2, but I will never talk about Shenmue 3 again on this channel. There's several reasons for this. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, and whatever amount of reasons so far is basically everything up until right now. Everything up on this point. Usually everything I've talked about in a video, in a live stream, in whatever it is relating to Shenmue. Obviously the last couple of weeks, if not months, well, it would have been just over a month, has been fairly negative in that regard because, well, there's been massive negative news over and over and over consistently regarding that game and everyone involved, including the creator. Now, the thing that broke the camel's back, the straw that broke the camel's back, the thing that pushed it over the line, is it was announced and clarified today that no matter what tier you backed in the Shenmue Kickstarter, be it the original proper Kickstarter or the Slacker Backer PayPal stuff, no matter what tier you backed, if you backed a $30 digital tier, if you backed a physical $60 tier like I did, or if you backed even one of the higher end ones, the $100 tier, the $250 tier, the $500 tier, it has been clarified officially that no one, absolutely no one, who we'll call it backed, if not, you want to say pre-order. No one who backed it on Kickstarter or Slacker Backer will receive any of the pre-order bonus items. Now, what, if anything, is the Kickstarter, are the backers? We are the original pre-orders. We are the pre-pre-orders, if you will. We are the reason, at least allegedly, I want to say allegedly we are the reason this game exists. I highly doubt it at this point, mainly because of four different large-scale publishers and developers and whatever funding sources, basically all contributing to development, both allegedly before and after the Kickstarter. But anyway, I digress. Back to the point. So, no matter what tier, physical, digital, way over the top, or just whatever it was, you will not receive the pre-order bonuses. The only way to get the pre-order bonuses is to pay extra for them. Now, just for you guys out there, if you don't know, if you buy one of the physical editions of the game, if you have it pre-ordered, or backed, I should say, because it's clearly not a pre-order in their eyes, what happens is, if you have a physical one pre-ordered, backed, I'm sorry, it costs more than the digital version, than say you can get on the Epic Game Store, that piece of trash software. Now, it costs more, but you get less. You don't get the pre-order stuff. Does anyone see a problem here? Hell, even if you go and get the digital version, the digital copy, which is $30 backer reward, you don't get it. And someone will say, oh, that's why it's cheaper. No, it doesn't work that way. Now, it goes one step further. You have the season pass. The whole DLC situation with this game is a bit of a mess as it is. Now, it goes one step further, like I said. So when you look at it, no game tier, no backer tier of this game, Shenmue 3, includes the season pass in any way, shape, or form. Now, I'm going to put my hand up and say one thing. Officially, none of them clarify that. None of them put it in there. None of them say that because it was not promised. There was originally no DLC ever scheduled that we know of, and none of us were promised in any tier. Even if you paid the $10,000 tier, it was never listed in that. However, especially in the case of Shenmue 3 and its multiple missteps in its Kickstarter at this point, you would think that they would go out of their way to offer some goodwill after they've just completely squandered it at this point. Even if they're not doing it for their normal tier stuff, even if they're not doing it for the $30 digital tier, even if they're not doing it for their $60 physical tier, you would think that a $100 tier, a $250 tier, a $500 tier, that they would amend everything and put them in to include those ones in those, even if it's only the higher end tiers. And they just need all the goodwill they can get. And it gets worse. Using other different video game Kickstarters as a comparison, as extra thank yous or makeups for any problems that other notable ones have had, they have given away all originally non-planned and then eventually announced DLC for free to all backers. But of course, we're not getting that because look who's involved. We have Deep Silver, we have Epic Games. Of course, it's not going to be given away for free. Of course, they're going to get their money grubbing hands all over it and do what they do. So it's just an absolute disaster. They squandered, in my opinion, all goodwill that they have. Their credibility is absolutely zero at this point. Right now, I don't even care that Yu Suzuki is involved. Right now, like I said in the other video, I will not be buying, I am refunding Shenmue 3. I will not be allowing them to use my Kickstarter pledge. I will be refunding the game. And as it stands right now, I will likely, in my mind right now at this point, I will not be purchasing Shenmue 3 a year from launch, or even beyond then, on Steam when it comes to there. At this point, right now, I will only be pirating this game as a personal point of protest. That's the only way I can do it. That breaks my absolute heart that I have to say something like that. I've been a huge vocal member in every single way possible, from all the different Shenmue communities, all the different Shenmue tweetathons, all the different everything. My love for the games for the last 20 years has been there. People are going to come and say, you're not a real fan, this, that, and the other. Go fuck yourselves. Come at me if that's the case. I don't care what you say in that regard. And you know what breaks my heart a little bit more? I know that some of you guys only found my channel and gave me a chance because of something Shenmue related. Be it a tweetathon video, be it my first ever retrospective, which was Shenmue, when I actually tried to do a production quality video, and it was awful, but I still love it because of how bad it was, simply because it was Shenmue 1. When I was talking about and whatever for Shenmue 3, everything about it. Some of you guys only found me and gave me a chance because of those videos. And now I have to essentially cut that off and I have to retire it. Because short of reiterating this announcement this upcoming weekend during the podcast, Shenmue 3 is dead to me.